So good morning students. In the last lecture I have discussed about the separation of solids. Okay, but in this lecture we will discuss about how can we separate the insoluble solids, insoluble solid, not insoluble solids from liquids. But in the last lecture I have discussed about how can we separate the solid from solid, that means from solid mixture. Okay, the solid plus solid mixture. But in this lecture I will discuss how can we separate insoluble solid from liquid. At first you have to know what is insoluble solid. Insoluble solid means the solids which do not dissolve in water. The solid which does not dissolve in liquid, not in water. For water solvent it is water, and for another liquid it will be liquid. That means, so just remember the word dissolve. It does not dissolve. So solid which does not dissolve in liquid is called insoluble solid. Okay, insoluble means does not dissolve in liquid. Okay, so how can we separate this? There are some processes: sedimentation, decantation, filtration, loading. Okay, so first I will discuss sedimentation. So what is sedimentation? So understand what is insoluble solid or what are insoluble solids. Insoluble solids are those which do not dissolve in water or any liquid. Okay, so at first sedimentation. What is sedimentation? Actually sedimentation is a process by which we can separate the undissolved solid from liquid. Okay, undissolved means does not dissolve. Okay, so sedimentation actually is a process by which we can separate undissolved solid particles from liquid. Okay, so what happened in this process? Suppose we take a beaker. This is a beaker containing water. Take a beaker containing water. Okay, take a beaker containing water. Suppose some sand is added. Sand is added to this liquid. Okay. So what will happen? The sand will mixed up with the water. Suppose this is water and this is, suppose in a beaker there was some water and sand is added to this container. Okay, now sand will be added to this container or to this to the water or to the liquid. Now suppose if the beaker is in undisturbed for some time. Okay, that means if the beaker left undisturbed for some time, that is after some time, and the beaker must be undisturbed. That means we do not do anything in this liquid beaker or in this container. That means we do not shake or we do not shake this water or shake this container. Okay, we keep it fixed or keep it in rest. Okay, then after some time what will happen? After some time this is water, this is sand. This is the mixture of water plus sand. And this is water and this is sand. So after some time what will happen? We know the sand particles are heavier than the water molecules, or sand particles are heavier than water. Okay, so And one thing you have to remember, sand is insoluble solid. That means sand is undissolved in water. So after some time, the sand will settle at the bottom of the liquid. After some time, sand will settle at the bottom of the liquid. Understand? So here we see water and sand is separated in the container. So this process is called sedimentation, and this is called, now this is called sediment. This is called sediment. Okay. So understand what is sedimentation. Sedimentation is a process actually by which we can separate the insoluble solid or undissolved solid from liquids. So what happened in this process? For example, so first we mix the undissolved solid with the liquid and left this undisturbed for some time, and after some time the undissolved solid settled at the bottom of the container, and the liquid and the solid are separated, and the solid in this time which is separated or which is at the bottom of the container is called sediment, and the process is called sedimentation, and the process is called sedimentation. Okay. Next is decantation. So what is decantation? Now this is separated in the container. Okay. Now in the decantation process, we gradually pour up liquid from one container to another container. Suppose this container consists of both sand and solid, sand and liquid, sand and water. Gradually pour up the liquid in another container. Gradually pour up the liquid in another container. Okay, so if we gradually pour off, what will happen? The water will go to the another container, but the sand will remain in this container, and the sand and water is separated in this process. Okay, so decantation is nothing. Gradually pour up the liquid from one container to another container without disturbing the sediment. That means after some time, in this container only sand will remain, and in another container water will be collected. So understand what is decantation. In this process we gradually pour up the liquid into another container without disturbing the sediment, and what will happen? After some time we can separate the sediment from liquid to the another container. Okay, so in this container the remaining part is sediment, and in this container we will get liquid or water. So in the decantation process we can separate them in another container, in different container. So understand what is decantation. Okay. Now next is filtration. What is filtration? I hope you have known this about the term filter. About the filter, because we use filter when we drink water, or in our school there filter is attached. Okay, so what is filtration? Filtration is a process by which we can separate the undissolved or insoluble solids from liquids with the help of a device which is called filter. So what is filtration? Similarly, filtration is a process by which we can separate the insoluble solid from liquid with the help of a device which is called filter. Understand? And what is filter? Filter is mainly it may be made up of cloths. It may be made up of cloths or any paper, it's paper, cloths is made up of cloths, paper. You know, in laboratory there is filter paper. So it may, that means filter made up of papers, or it may made up of cloths. Okay. Like, and the structure is like, when we read sieving, what is the sieving? Sieving is the process by which we can separate the solid from solid. Similarly, filtration is a process by which we can separate the insoluble solid from liquids. And in the sieving process, what do we do? There was a mesh, wire mesh, through which small size material can pass, but large size material cannot pass. Similarly, in this process, through the filter, liquid can pass, but the solid cannot pass through it, which we want to separate. Understand? In the sieving process, some of the materials can pass through it and some of the materials cannot pass through it. So we can separate the materials. Okay? Like, similarly, in the filtration process, the solids which you want to separate cannot pass through it, but the liquid can pass through it. And in this process, we can separate the solid and the liquid easily. And one thing you remember, filter is the device which may be made up of cloth, paper, and it consists of large number of pores. It consists of large number of pores. Large number of pores. Okay, it consists large number of pores. So suppose if the size of the pore, so it's like that. Suppose if this is the size of the pore. Suppose if the size of the pore is small than the size of the solid particle, then what will happen? Then the solid particle cannot able to pass through it, but the particle of the liquid is smaller than the pore size, then the liquid can pass through it easily. Okay, but the solid cannot pass through it. So we can separate the solid and liquid easily. Okay. So understand what is filtration. Okay. So that means the filter depends on the size of the pores. So if we want to separate different solids from different liquids, then we can use different filters. Different filter. That means for different filters, size of the pores are different. Okay, size of the pores are different. That means suppose we want to separate the solid sand, then we use a filter. But if we want to separate the stone pieces, then what we will take another filter whose pore size must be greater than the previous pore size, because stone molecules are greater in size than sand molecules. So understand. Suppose this is the first solid which you want to separate, size of the first solid. This is the second solid. So for this case, the pores of the size is required low, but for this case, the size of the pore must be greater than this type. So size of the pore depend on the, or size filter or the device filter depend on the sizes of the pore or depend on the sizes of the solid. Okay, understand? It depends on the sizes of the solids. If the size of the solid is greater, then the pore must be greater in size, and if the sizes of the solid is less, then the pore must be less than the, must be small in size. Understand? So for example, suppose we want to separate sand and mixture of sand and water. So what we'll do? We'll use a filter paper, and if we pour up the liquid, pour up the mixture in the filter paper, then we see the water can pass through the filter paper, but the sand cannot pass through it. So we can then at last we can collect the sand and liquid separately. So in the filtration process we can separate the insoluble solid from liquids with the help of filter. Remember, with the help of filter. You have seen filter in our home. In some of the students must seen there is a filter in our home. In previous days there are two candles. There is a pour here and there is a container again there is a tap. So this was called candle, and there was small pores through which water can pass, but the solids cannot pass through it. So the water which we get here, that is pure water. Okay, so understand what is filtration. Okay, next is loading. What is loading? So remember, in this process, if the size of the solid is very small or very tiny, so what will happen? Suppose the sizes of the solids, insoluble solid, is very small or teeny. For teeny particles, what will we do? For teeny particles we cannot use filter because for teeny particles it can block the pores. And it can take very long time to separate the liquid and solid. So for this process we cannot use filtration. Understand? That means if the size of the solid is very small or teeny, then it may take very long time to separate because the particle block the particle of the solid block the pores and liquid cannot pass through it easily. Okay, so for this process for this case we use the process of loading. That means loading is the process by which we can separate the insoluble solid from liquid, and the sizes of the solid are very low or very small or very teeny. Okay, so that means the suspended particles from a mixture can be separated quickly by the process is called loading. So understand what is loading. Filtration and loading are not same, but for filtration, sizes of the solids, insoluble solid, greater than this case. If the size of the solid is very small, then it blocks the pores of the filter. Then it may take very long time to separate the liquid and the solid. So for this we do not use filter. So and to separate this we use the process which is called loading. So what is loading? In this process we use alarm. So we add the alarm in to water. That means suppose this is the mixture containing the insoluble solids and water. Suppose this is a mixture of insoluble solid and liquid, and remember the size of the solids are very small or teeny. Okay, we add alum. Then alum particles attach themselves to the soil particles. Suppose soil particle added to the water. Then if we want to separate, we add alum. Then soil particles are attached with the alum. Okay. Then then what will happen? Then the soil particle become very heavy. Okay, and it settle to the bottom of the container. Then we can easily separate the solid and the liquid. Understand? So in this process we add alum. With the mixture, and the soil particle or the solid particle are attached to the alum and become very heavy. As it become very heavy or heavier than the water, then it will settle at the bottom of the container, and then the liquid and the solid are separated. That means in this process we can separate the solid and the liquid easily. So understand what is loading. Okay. So first sedimentation, next decantation, filtration and loading. So read very well. Thank you.